Okay, so thanks for coming along. Usual town hall, we're just going to go through sort of each department, updates that we're bringing in place, what's happened, what's coming, um, and any feedback you guys have or questions you guys have. This is the best time to answer it. Ask it and we'll try and answer it. So, first up, let's go with the devs side of things. So, well, let's start with the community feedback form. We got the community feedback form, and we were very happy with the amount of people that provided feedback in that anonymous format. We know that it's a lot easier for people to be honest and transparent in an anonymous feedback form. I am writing up a post for later this week on how we're addressing that and dealing with, I guess, your main concerns and feedback. Just for the purpose of this town hall, I think the main ones that we had that was a common theme was the IT. Everyone's just, I guess, frustrated with delays. Understand that. And what we're doing is we're still just working as hard as we can to get it out as quick as possible. Some things come up, like for example, we weren't initially having to have the lending pools ready straight away after mint, but due to the smaller mint proceeds that we got, we then had to introduce lending pools earlier because we were going to self-fund everything. So that's one of the big reasons why we've had delays on top of the front end restaffing that we've talked about. But as a result, I think not only were delays a thing, people were concerned about transparency and being kept in the loop. So as a result, we're going to be introducing a Wednesday dev update. So each week we're going to provide a clear, I guess, update on what we did last week and what the plans are coming up. Similar to what we posted just recently, that's just going to become a regular feature so that you guys can, I guess, understand what we're doing and not just being told it's coming soon. The other thing was about marketing. So marketing was a big point that people wanted to see improvement on. We were sort of already self-aware of this, and we've put actions in place, I think, the last week or two. I'm not sure if you have noticed, but our Twitter account's been a lot more active and a lot more targeted towards core instead of just the raffle side of things. Now, we had a bit of a team restructure, and now we've got 3 people spearheading that marketing campaign, and that's Jake, Schaefer, and Gecko. And I would love to hear from you guys, I guess, in the comments, in that feedback form, or just suggestions, or just DM us if you've noticed any differences with the marketing, if there was areas you think you would like to see. Because we understand it was a bit light on, and that's something we're working on. Other than that, I think the art was, I guess, the feedback from that was very much that a lot of people want to see new PFP art. We've known that for a while now since Mint, but there was very positive feedback on the art direction that Gecko's doing at the moment, which is good to see. And same with community. Everyone was, I guess, I was very happy with the response. It made me feel like I'm on the right track, but there's always room for improvement and always areas that we can be better as a community. So as a result of that, I've put on Ark as a bit of a community management intern. He's going to be helping a bit more behind the scenes and making sure that the Discord's all up to date and on track. And we've also brought on Simulate. So I know he just went to sleep, but he's now come on as a mod to the team, as well as having some Factual Council mods that have the ability to delete links in the server and make sure that dodgy stuff isn't happening. So that's, I guess, the main thing from the community feedback form that I'd like to, I guess, bring up, and that it's now been added to official links. So at any time, if you feel like there's something that you think we could improve and you don't want to put in suggestions, you want it to be anonymous because, I don't know, maybe it's just easier to be honest in an anonymous scenario, it's now permanently that form's in official links. So we'll love to keep getting feedback from you guys so we can keep getting better and create what you as our community and investors want to see from UGS. Now, let me just have a look at what we've got. Oh, hey, Jan Schaefer, you there?
Yeah, how's it going, everyone? Thanks for coming out. Was in this Twitter space that I guess we'll hop in after this because it's definitely going to be still going.
Yep.
Alpha Ferris still has to go to speak and Pirate Research, but yeah, happy to see everyone here tonight. It's awesome. And UGS team, super excited for what's coming, the next week. So yeah, super hyped to see you guys. Can't wait to see you guys next week, and let's fucking go.
Awesome. So let's jump into dev stuff. That's the bit that people are most interested to hear about 90% of the time. So let's start talking about it. We've actually got a Discord group set up now for alpha testers. So we're slowly introducing people into that have applied through the application process. We are looking for multiple types of people, so not just one specific type of person. We've got active, engaged community members. We've got whales. We've got, people of influence within the Twitter community, so that it can work double up as a marketing tool, as well as feedback from, power users within the industry. And then also some of our faction council members as well, because they're engaged and clued into what we're actually building. So that's starting, I believe, later this week, with people actually getting to test out the alpha, and that's getting. I'm very excited for that.
Yeah, I guess there hasn't been an announcement yet, but you guys heard it first.
Yep.
You're one of the first to hear it, but we started opening submissions for testing this week. And I don't know if Sergio said it, but we'll be choosing like project owners, community members that are here that are super active, or in other communities that can vouch for them, maybe streamers, these sort of people, just because when Core's used for the first time, we want, these big names in the ecosystem saying, hey, I bought a UGS for half its price and I'll pay it off over time. So yeah, super, super hype week for us coming. So not financial advice, but we should have a very, very hype week coming. And then after that, it continues. So it's not going to be just a big up and then everyone's like, oh, what's next? We're always going to be cooking something.
Yep. Yeah, so excited for that. That form, if you're interested, is still available to apply in the announcements channel. So if you go right to the top of the announcements channel, it's not that big at the moment. So if you want to fill out that form, and we'll keep in mind. I guess that's a bit of a segue. Why has the announcement channel got nothing in it, or hardly anything in it? Transparently, we had a minor breach earlier this week, and was super happy that a lot of our community members were right on the ball and jumped into our DMs and told us there was an issue. So what it was one of our back-end team members clicked on a link. Basically, Discord 101 just had a lapse in judgment and got hacked, and basically jumped into the announcements and started deleting, posted a link to drain people. So as a result, I was asleep. Normally I would have handled that. I think Grapes, our tech mob, was also asleep. So Gecko just jumped in and just thought, I'm just deleting things. So he deleted the announcements. It was for the safety of the community, but unfortunately it means we lost all of our old announcements within the server. Annoying, yep, but the security of our server, I think, is it's definitely more important. As a result, you may have noticed a few new roles on the side. Those are, it's team member back end. So these guys they're team members and they're building stuff in the background, but they don't really need the permissions that a lot of us need. Like Schaefer, myself, Socrates, that are regularly making announcements and pinging people. So that's just, I guess, one extra layer of security. They had roles that they didn't need to have, so now they don't. So that's something that happened. I think it was a string of Discords last week that had something similar happen to it, so we're keeping a close eye on it moving forward. Now let me just have a look. get you, Schaefer, if you can check the chat just to see if anyone's got any questions or things they want to bring up. But as that's another segue. As a result of that hack, I think one or two, it was only a small amount, but one or two people did get their wallet drained as a result. We never want to see that. But to help out those couple, Gecko's actually put together a one-of-one piece of art. Now, this is probably the first time any of you will have seen some form of Gecko's artwork. He is working on the art upgrade. I will preface that the one-of-one is not indicative of what the generative collection is going to be, just so that those are aware. One-of-one, we're just letting Gecko go wild and free, so this will be part of the Legends of Zoran. The generative collection, we're all working very closely with him to ensure that it meets, I guess, market expectations and wants. Like, something can be incredible art, but it doesn't work well as a PFP or a digital identity within this space. So I guess this is just the time for Gecko to shine, but just be aware that it won't be exactly the same style as the art upgrade coming. And the funds we're going to use from that one-of-one piece is going to work towards helping, I guess, just reimburse some of those that did get hit by the Discord hack earlier this week. And we'll continue on with the one-on-one. So black market auctions, we've had some good success with that so far. What we're doing moving forward, we've talked about in the past, but it's starting next week, is the one-of-one artist spotlight. First week we got Mui Moi. We've got a whole list. I think we've got 7 or 8 weeks. Is that right, Schaefer? Lined up of one-of-one artists, and
yeah, we're pretty much booked up mid-April, end of April already with top artists, world-renowned artist studios, these sort of things. Especially with Core unraveling while this is happening, we see it as a win-win. Both people are winning. The artists are going to get extra traffic, expand their communities. We're actually going to market for them the way they deserve, So these other exchanges or places people go for one-of-ones to sell them, they don't care about the artists at all. They don't market them. They don't give them any creative movement or fluidity at all, which in my opinion is not right, especially when NFTs came from these sort of people, right? Like, that's the origin of NFTs. So bolstering them while bolstering ourselves, getting some nice eyes, selling some high-priced pieces over there. So you'll definitely get to know these artists better. We'll be hosting, AMAs, events around them, things like this. So it's going to be really, really a fun time. And also get to know the artist better. So yeah, that's going to be coming. And if you think Core's coming, liquidated NFTs are coming for lower than floor price, top one-of-one artists are coming to the black market as well. We see this as all traffic to our app, to our website, and then eventually we open up raffles to everyone, and then story goes, we'll be making tons of money off of that for everyone in the community. So we see this as taking over, I don't know how to say this politely, the auction space, the one-of-one space, the raffle space, and also the lending space with Core. So the next month, the next 2 months are going to be huge for UGS, as we said before.
I think it works both ways as well. So like we create marketing tools for them, for people that may not have access to their, are not aware of their work, but at the same time, a lot of these people, so Mui Moi, we got Scooby after that, with Outcast, like all of these have loyal followings of people as well that works as marketing for us. So I definitely can see it as being mutually beneficial, and I'm excited for that to kick off as well. We did discuss. You go.
Before we keep going, I'm just saying, in the one-of-one space, like the one-of-one artists have the job of marketing themselves, making the art, selling the art, and maintaining their community. And this is like what we see as a step in the right direction. And we already have Champions as a collab partner and all these other people. So yeah, I feel like one-of-one art, this is going to be the space and place for it very soon as well.
Go ahead, bud. And I think we have talked in depth as a team about, I guess, rolling out that about the same time as Core Alpha launches. I guess there may be some concerns about it overriding the core information coming out, since that is one of our main utilities and selling points. As a team, we think we definitely are aware of that and making sure that it doesn't detract from that too much. So there'll be a certain level of marketing, but it won't be all focused on that auctions, obviously. But at the same time, how the Twitter algo works is that more content, more engagement, more reach. So even though it may not be the exact targeted thing that certain people are looking for, the more content we put out, the higher the reach is going to be. And that's our overall goal for when core alpha launches and then beta launches afterwards. So we're understanding that, and if that's a concern, that's sort of our justification and reasoning behind it. Let's have a look. What else have we got? What else have we got this week? Did you have anything off the top of your head, Shafe?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if we said the Super Bowl event. We'll be doing a Super Bowl event just based on who can guess the closest score. But yeah, really focusing on this alpha testing and making this thing explode from there. So I don't know if we want to keep talking about what's coming in the weeks further, but it's not just going to be alpha testing and then that's what we do for this rest of this month. That's not the case. We have each week it's going to be similar amounts of activity and development happening in the ecosystem, in our ecosystem rather, and in our products. And then core, much like all of our other, like our raffles and auctions, there'll be a V2, there'll be a V3, there'll be a, everything down the line. So yeah, things are going to come really fast now since they're finally ready for the public, let's say, because core's been done for damn near 3 weeks now. Just, have to battle test it every way we can, try to break it every way we can. Now that it's out, it's a snowball effect of output, so it's going to be great.
Yep. Yeah, I guess. Well, that's the one little thing I'll add. I did forget about the faction events. I know some of the feedback was that let's focus less on that, focus more on core. But at the same time, we had people that loved it, and so we're going to continue on with that. Love some of the answers that we had from people in the Talon use case. So the winners have been picked. I just got to write up the announcement. So Jake picked one, Chronix picked one, purely because they're not, I guess, helpers for these faction councils. So they're unbiased on their decisions. And then plus there was the third one with the most ticked, green ticked answer in the Talon use case. So like we said before, there's no guarantee we're going to implement any of these because sometimes, I guess, suggestions aren't feasible or actually able to do. But I don't know. I looked at some of them, and there's definitely a high potential for them to be integrated and create more value for Talon alongside our utilities. So I'll make an announcement tonight my time on the winners of that, and Shafe will send out their Talon reward. And then, like Schaefer said, so next week our faction event, it's not going to be a battle between factions. It's actually going to be internal faction battles. So I know a lot of yous, and a lot of our community are Europe or Asia based, especially ones listening in at this time. But we're going to do a Super Bowl event. I guess it's topical. Lots of people like it. So we're going to do. I've got a form written up. People are going to pick their winning team, the scores for each one, and we're going to pick the winner based on, obviously they've got to pick the winning team and then the closest spread. And it'll be the closest person for each faction. So one person from each faction will win the Talon. So it's not battling against each other, it's just an individual thing within your faction that you announce. I think I'm looking, I've got a notification, so let's have a look here. Rap battles. Yeah, we'll get a form for you, Puppy, to fill out with that score, because that'll get lost in the chat. But I don't know, are you a rapper? Can you rap? I'm not sure. That's might be a tough one for a lot of people to get involved in.
I mean, shit, you never know. We might have a bunch of, musicians and shit in our community, so that's a fun one, especially a talent show of sorts and get a few communities involved. Poppy's idea is not terrible.
Yep.
No bad ideas here.
Yep. So we're going to start brainstorming, I think, especially with our faction council leaders later this week on upcoming events that we can continue to do, and stuff that I think can provide value within the community, but also to us as well, because we get value from things, especially like this talent use case one. Some of the Twitter raid stuff, like it goes both ways again, and we appreciate everyone that gets involved and takes part in these faction events while we wait for, I guess, our main utility to get launched. Shuck, hello guys, have you spoken? Are you aware of Honey Finance? Yes. I think I wasn't initially. Ianson, definitely, who's in the crowd right now, brought them up to be able to work with them in the past. Are you saying, are we aware that they're a market competitor? Shuck, hello? Oh. Just waiting for this to get typed out. Well, while we're at it, I was going to say something. I can't remember now. They've created an open source lending protocol. I definitely believe we're aware, but if you've got, I know Ianson sent, is this something that's new or is it something that's been around for a while? Because I know I've looked into it in the past, but if they've got new documentation, might be worthwhile dropping a link somewhere, and we'll have a look. Because I know they are definitely big players in the game, and I believe they are more just lending for Sol compared to like an NFT lending thing. But yeah, definitely aware of Honey Finance. I guess other market competitors, Rainfire, and then other larger market competitors with that aren't directly involved, but they're more peer-to-peer lending protocols. So we'll have another look into them and just see if there's a way we can work together or just learn from what they're building as well. Yeah, so I guess the feedback from me to you guys is, because I guess we got community feedback, is really appreciate especially everyone that's in the crowd right now. I recognise pretty much every name, and you've all been active both in the Discord and on Twitter and talking to people about our project, and that's more valuable than, or as valuable as anything that we can do, especially in a space with such short attention spans. Keeping relevant and keeping active and building a tight-knit community is crucial to the success of a project. So I guess I just would like to say thank you to everyone, especially those Europe-based ones that still stayed up to listen into this town hall. So we changed around just for a few other time zones. We will be going back next week, back to our usual time. And we'll get a bit more feedback to see if today was good or if we prefer to just permanently go to our normal time.
Yeah, this was great, honestly. But before we go, I would just say if you guys want to keep hanging out with me and Jake, we're going to be on a Twitter space, or it's still going right now. So if you go over to Twitter and click on UGS's account, you'll see the purple circle, and then you'll join the space. Yeah, we're talking to Alpha Pharaohs, P2 Farmers, and Pyro Research right now. So just chilling over there. You guys want to go head over there, or if not, have a nice one. And next town hall, we're going to be super excited if we're not seeming super excited right now, but just been grinding, and we're finally getting to that point that everyone's been waiting for. People are going to start buying NFTs instantly for half its price. So yeah, see you guys next time.
Quick one, Schaefer.
Go ahead.
Quick one.
Go ahead,
can you talk about Mickey D Gods at all? Is that I guess I've said the word. I should have texted it in our DM, but is that something we can talk about at all?
I guess I'll text it to you. I'm confused about what part you're asking about.
Yep.
Hold on. Just tell me, is it a...
Let's just leave it as that as a teaser for next week. I'm sure we'll be able to talk about it
Yeah,
next week.
yeah. Let's just say, like, a lot of people have seen what we've been doing, and Mickey D Gods are a close partner of ours. So let's say they've given us an idea of a unique raffle style for the one of one artists that's going to be fun. They want to... a lot of people... frick, I don't know if I can say anything now. A lot of people love our raffle site, and our auction site. So we'll leave it at that. A little teaser
Yep.
for next week.
Let's leave it at that. Before we go, let's see. Does anyone have any questions or suggestions they want to bring up now before we call it?
Hop in the space, though. Don't be you're just hanging out online. Just let me and Jake be in your ear a little longer. Why not? But yeah, I really do appreciate you guys. Let's see. There might be a question right here.
Nah, all good.
Alright.
Well, let's call it.
Yeah. Yep. Let's call it. But Shakalo, thank you. That's super nice of you.
Yep. And do you want to drop that link again for the space for those who want to jump back over, just back in Holder Chat again? And I'll post
Right
both
now.
the faction event announcement results tonight and our recap of this for those that couldn't make it along. See ya.